Yeah, man. Ticket TV, man. So, what did I tell you guys, man? I told y'all gonna start listening to me, man. When I tell y'all something. I told you guys Stephen A. Smith clocks in at 10 a.m. every morning on ESPN just to make sure he partakes in his cooning. And today he was right back at it once again. But I'm gonna show you guys the difference with Stephen A. Smith, right? When he's going at black people versus when the white girl got on his ass and what he did with that. Now, today's topic was O.J. Simpson, basically, man, possibly being up for parole this summer. And this crime that O.J. Simpson's doing excessive time for, in my opinion, has nothing to do with, should have nothing to do with the murder case in which he got acquitted. But we all know that it probably did. And Super Coon Stephen A. Smith never wasted the time to relish in his buffoonery.
Hell no. I not only think he should be in jail, I think he should stay in jail. As far as I'm concerned, it wouldn't bother me if he rotted in there for the rest of his damn life. And yes, I am fully aware of the fact that he has been railroaded. No question about it. I mean, for stealing, trying to reclaim his own memorabilia, accusing him of terroristic threats or whatever it was. I think it was 12 counts and what have you. And ultimately, they reached the conclusion that he was sentenced to 33 years, eligible for parole after 9 years. Here's the reason why I think he should spend the rest of his life in prison. Because he's an idiot, that's why. Idiocy to this level, when I firmly believe that you are a double murderer. I firmly believe that you killed Nicole Brown.
Time out. But see, this is the problem with guys like Stephen A. Snitch. Doesn't matter what you believe. It matters what the facts can prove and what they couldn't prove. O.J. Simpson was acquitted and he was found innocent. And that's the bottom line. And dudes like Stephen A. Smith who use the airwaves to go and spew this type of buffoonery, man, on a daily basis, man. It's just, and to be honest with y'all, the thing that's guilty is this nigga's hairline, man. I mean, you guys can see this nigga hairline, man. What's guilty is your jump shot. We saw your jump shot against James Harden. That's what's guilty, man. Well, I digress.
Sir Ronald Goldman. I firmly believe that you laughed in the face of the system, you mocked it, and instead of having the decency to walk away because the trial...
All right, so he laughed in the face of the system by actually being set up because somebody stole his memorabilia, which was his memorabilia, and tried to sell it. Now, I think OJ was stupid for getting set up, for allowing himself to be set up and going in there, you know what I'm saying, the way he went in there to get his stuff. He should have been more smart than that. But at the end of the day, somebody stole his shit and he was trying to get it back. See, this is stuff y'all be telling y'all about dudes like Stephen A. Smith, man. It's just ridiculous, man.
Turned into something else due to the greatness of Johnny Cochran and the ineptitude of Marsha Clark and Christopher Darden. The bottom line is you had an opportunity, an ideal opportunity to chill out, walk away, and go on with your life. And instead, what did you do? You laughed and mocked Ronald Goldman's family when they sued you civilly and won about $33.5 billion, but your money was protected and they couldn't reclaim all of this stuff. And I want to make sure I emphasize this. Under no circumstances am I saying, and I know a whole bunch of people's going to disagree with me, and I get it.
Oh, yeah. A whole lot of people disagree with you because you're a buck dancing, Sambo shuffling, shucking and jiving, bottom of the hill, back alley, Rico Suave looking coon.
Understand it. Under no circumstances am I saying that I believe that OJ did not get railroaded with this whole memorabilia stuff. I get all. I totally understand it. But when you are an individual that was on trial for double murder, that I believe got off, by the way, and you still don't have...
Look, he keeps talking about how he thinks OJ got off, man. We already know, coon. We already know, man. God, this dude, I swear to God, man, this is one of the biggest sellouts I've ever seen before in the history of history.
The decency and the common sense not to stare the system in the face and give it the proverbial middle finger. You deserve what you get. And as far as I'm concerned, that's exactly what it is. And I hear in the prison that they watch, in the prison that he's in outside of Reno, Nevada, that they actually watch ESPN. I hope he's watching me right now. That man brought all of this on himself. He didn't know any better. He was an idiot for finding himself in another predicament, and he put it on himself, and he deserves what he's getting.
Oh, man, did y'all hear Stephen A. snitch? Now, y'all heard the gangster, mafioso, Bumpy Johnson type talk when it came to O.J. Simpson, the black man, right? Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard how deep he got. Oh, yeah, I heard in the prisons, they be watching ESPN. Well, I'm talking directly. Yeah, y'all heard all that, right? Now, let's not forget the situation that happened with Michelle Beadle. When Stephen A. Smith went on the air and basically said that women need to take precautions and provoking men, saying that it's never right to put your hands on a woman, ever, in any circumstance. Stephen A. Smith said that, and he was right. And he says, but women need to make sure that they aren't trying to provoke a man, because sometimes women can try to provoke men into being, how did he say, into being physical with them, into being violent. And Stephen A. Smith made a true statement. Sometimes you have some women, not all, who provoke men, will hit them, slap them, dare them to hit them. You know, they will provoke a man. But Stephen A. Smith also said that in no circumstance should a man ever put his hands or resort to put his hands on a woman. Now, for that statement, Michelle Beadle came out, ran her mouth on Twitter, went and basically, in all opinions, tried to get this man fired. So when Michelle Beadle called him out, what did he say?
Good morning. On Friday, speaking right here on First Take on the subject of domestic violence, I made what can only amount to the most egregious error of my career. While elaborating on thoughts concerning the NFL's ruling versus Ray Rice, following a domestic dispute with his then-fiancée, I ventured beyond the scope of our discussion by alluding to a woman's role in such heinous matters, going so far as to use the word provoke in my diatribe. My words came across that it is somehow a woman's fault. This was not my intent. It is not what I was trying to say. Yet the failure to clearly articulate something different lies squarely on my shoulders. To say what I actually said was foolish is an understatement. To say I was wrong is obvious. To apologize, to say I'm sorry, doesn't do the matter its proper justice, to be quite honest. But I do sincerely apologize. As a man raised by the greatest mother in the world and 4 older sisters, I've religiously spoken out against domestic violence all of my life. I've done so repeatedly over 20 years in this business, as well as over these very airwaves right here on First Take. My primary reason for doing so is because I've experienced and dealt with the matter within my own family. Unfortunately, I did an incredibly poor job of asserting my point of view this past Friday. For that, again, I am truly, truly sorry.
Man, so there you see how they put a skirt, lipstick, a thong, and makeup on this clown, man, and put you out there on the main screen and made you apologize, man. You a sucker, man. But you'll talk that gangster, Bumpy Johnson, mafioso out talk to guys like O.J. Simpson. You're talking to guys like Adrian Peterson. You're talking to Kevin Durant. You're talking to what's the boy's name? Greg Hardy. Yeah. But you didn't talk to Ronda Rousey when she was up there, when you had her up there right after all that domestic violence stuff went down and came out. You weren't talking that then, was you? That's why I told y'all, man, you can't respect dudes like Stephen A. Snitch, man. He's a clown. And when the white woman called him out, that's what he did. He tucked his tail and ran when he ain't do nothing wrong. Actually, it was one of the rare times he said something right. Alright, man, Ticket TV, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all you guys for helping my channel grow, man. Y'all retweet, my videos, pass my videos on social media, help the word spread, help the channel grow. You can hit me on that Facebook. Y'all see it up there in front of the screen in your face. Or you can hit me on the Twitter. All the links are below in the description box. Also, You can subscribe to my other channel as well. That link is below also. So hit me up. Over here is no buck dancing, no cooning.